Hey, what's up, you guys? So we finished out the Cadence Theater box, finally. We know who the killer was, and we were right. It was George Erickson. However, there were two coded letters in that box. So I just want to kind of follow up with you guys and read those coded letters for you so you can find out all the tea, because there was some mother truckin' tea in these. Okay. So, first of all, I'm going to read the one that was between Ira and Evelyn. So it said, "Can't we wait until later to discuss this further? You expect me to just continue rehearsing after what Hector told me?" That's Evelyn, okay. "I know you're upset, darling, but it's the right thing to do. For you, maybe. I never signed up to raise someone else's baby." Whoo! Ooh! "Would you rather leave him on somebody's doorstep?" Guilt trip much? Okay. "Hector's been doing a fine job so far." "He's not Hector's responsibility. He's not mine either. But he's all alone now that Viola's gone. That's not my fault. I should have told you the truth from the start. You have every right to be angry. I should have told you the truth from the start." Yes, you should have. "Are you really going to turn your back on a helpless child because I made a mistake?" So that was that. So that's kind of some tea. Okay, here's my thing. I have a thing. So, yes, it's not her responsibility to raise somebody else's baby, right? Okay. However, she was going to be marrying this baby's daddy, so he would have been a part of their life anyway. You know what I mean? She would have had to half raised him anyway. And then the mother goes missing, who's supposed to be her friend, mind you. And she's like, "I ain't raising that baby." I get being upset about it, because, you didn't know, and, it's a lot to unpack. It's a lot. But, when you marry someone and they got a baby with someone else, that baby becomes part of your responsibility anyway, Martha. You're gonna have to raise it. This did not make her look very nice. Can we just agree on that? But, I don't know why she's mad, because she would have had to help raise it anyway. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, he became your full responsibility, but, he would have been partially your responsibility anyway, so why you pressed? That's all I'm saying. Alright, this next one, the blood-stained letter, was written by Viola moments before she got bludgeoned and shoved into a trunk and left in the attic for 84 years. Okay? So, there's some stuff in here. It gets a little wild. So, let me figure out where we are. Okay. So, it's addressed to Hector. So, "Hector, if you find this letter confusing, remember Mother's ring. She once said a wedding ring's true meaning was the sum of the year you've spent with your betrothed." So I found that ring, and the sum of the date that was on it was 13, I believe. But then after you decoded all of the code from that, there was another code behind that even. So it was double coded, and I couldn't figure it out, and I had to go online and find someone else's answers. I'm not used to having to cheat off someone else's homework. I'm used to being the one that everyone cheated off of. So it's am I dumb? Or am I just lazy? Because, when there's double codes, I'm no, I'm not doing that. Someone else got the answers. I'm lazy. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Hearing her say that shifted my thinking about love. I wish the past year of my life had been as happy as her first year with my late father. Instead, it's been a nightmare. Today's events may have finally broken me. As if being attacked by Mother, because remember, her mom attacked her that day, and then she went to her dressing room, and then later was killed. For failing to call her when I arrived at the theater weren't bad enough. I was castigated, which is a word apparently. I didn't think it was, but that's a word. Just a word that we don't use very often anymore. By Evelyn just now for not, telling her about my child. So the very day she was murdered is when Evelyn finds out about the baby, and Ira proposes to Evelyn later after she's murdered. Like, this was a big day. This was like D-Day for Cadence Theater. Ooh, the tea that got spilled this day, I'm just saying. Tea, hidden babies, murder. It's a lot. She doesn't understand how hard it is to find the right words when anything you say will hurt someone you care about. For her sake, I hope she never has to find out. I thought I could stay to finish out my contract, but today's events have made it clear it's time for me to leave. I can't keep making excuses when Mother hurts me. I can't keep making excuses when Mother hurts me. So apparently her mom just attacks her all the freaking time. Like, that's crazy. We're watching the father of my child making eyes at someone else. I miss Julian so much it aches. I belong with him and I can't keep pretending he doesn't exist for Mother's sake. So she kept the baby hidden, not because she, was scared of Evelyn, but because she was scared that her mom would go off about it. Yikes. I need you to help me, collect the jewelry from the false bottom of the liquor cabinet of the Grace Note, which is the bar inside the theater, tomorrow night. Let's see. I swiped the cabinet key from George's office. After that, I'll go to New Canaan and pick up Julian. I'll contact you once I've set myself up somewhere Mother will never find us. Don't try to talk me out of this again, alright? We'll be fine. The jewelry in that cabinet is more than enough to keep us comfortable. For the first time in my life, I'm going to be free. Not only from that, but I can ensure that my child will enjoy the freedom I never had growing up. I'm nervous about what George is going to say when I tell him tonight, since I know he's worked hard to center the publicity of "you can leave it right here" around me. But I think I can get him to understand. He's always had a bit of a sweet spot for me. Talk to you later, Evelyn. Or Viola. So, yeah. She writes this note saying, hey, I've got these jewels hidden in the liquor cabinet in a false bottom. I need you to help me get them. I'm going to talk to George and let him know I'm ending my contract early. And he killed her for it. That's, like, yeah, he had a soft spot for her. Like, wrote her all those, like, weird, creepy poems and all of that. But, like, it wasn't enough to stop him from killing her when she was going to pull the plug on the thing he thought was going to save the theater. Is that not sad? Like, here she is, like, okay, I've got all of my ducks in a row, gonna get out of here, gonna make a better life for myself and my child that I've been having to pretend doesn't exist, and she gets killed. Like, that. Like, oh my gosh. Can you imagine, like, thinking you see freedom coming and then cane to the back of the head? That's nuts. That is nuts. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, and I actually already have the first box of the Blair Witch horror box. So I'm really, really excited to dive into that and see what that's gonna be like. And yeah. So I just wanted to share this with you guys so you could kind of see what was in those notes and kind of get any closure that you might need on that. And in an email, the current owner of Cadence Theater found the jewels and was able to save the theater, of course, and then some, because those jewels were worth like millions of dollars now. Hi. That's crazy. Like, she didn't play about that jewelry. Alright. Love you guys so much, and we're gonna get spooky soon. Who's ready?